Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Alright, I threw them a little squash that was starting to rot on the end. The wind kind of blew the plant almost out of the pot, so that squash ain't gonna do nothing. And most of them were gone to roost, and they all jumped down to, or not all of them, but a lot of them jumped down to go attack that squash. But it's been a pretty productive day. These over here are getting ready to go to bed. All of them are in the pen in that first one, but they ain't quite on the roost yet. But I did, let me buy a thing of straw, and I stuffed their nesting boxes with it, and that's got them pretty much laying in the nesting boxes again, which is a good thing. I had both grandboys this weekend, and all day Saturday we worked across the road over at my sister's house repairing their 6-foot privacy fence that's in the backyard where they keep the dogs in. A lot of the boards is rotten and broken, and the dogs are getting out. So me and one of my nephews and her husband spent pretty much about 6 or 7 hours repairing that fence. And then he called me a couple hours ago today and said, hey, the dog got out again. She broke a couple more boards and got out. So we've got a few pickets left. We can go back and repair that this week. But anywho, my plan was to get these watermelon vines and that squash and all pulled and get the beds covered up, but that didn't happen because we were wore out after all day working on that fence. And of course I still had the 2 boys with me. But it's been a good productive weekend. As you can tell, I did get all the grass cut, and I mean all of it. It's pretty when it's cut. It doesn't take that long when the blades are in good shape. I put new blades on it 2 or 3 cuttings ago, so it cut pretty good. I did ride the bike today. I rode it all the way to the other end of the dirt road. Well, I was about a quarter mile from the end and back, and that was a little over 3 miles. So it's about right at 2 miles to the other end of the dirt road. And then it's about 1.5 miles the other direction where everybody lives. But either way, I want to get me a bigger seat for it. I'm too old for that little bitty biker seat, or at least it's not that comfortable to me. When you're riding it for just a little while, it's not bad at all, but I'd like to get me a little bit bigger seat just to be more comfortable. But anyway, I did hit my compost pile down there with the mower as best I could to chop up some of the grass and weeds growing through it, so that I could get down there and get some of that dirt and put in these raised beds when I get them all cleaned out. So, and I'll probably have to add more to it when I open them back up for springtime or whenever the next time I plant is. But anyway, I'm probably going to dump all these little grow bags into the bigger beds and then add a little bit more compost and mix it in, and then I'll start off again with fresh soil in the grow bags. But I'm pleased with it. I still need to do some weed eating. I did weed eat last time, so I'm not a big weed eat person. I can't stand having to do it. But I did run down the range. We've got qualifications again in, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. I don't remember. Amazing to me how the grass will just grow across the top of that weed mat. But anyway, it's been a good weekend. I enjoyed it with my grandsons, and enjoyed with my nephew and my brother-in-law working on their fence, even though that was a lot of work. I enjoyed the time with them. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I know this is not a long one, and sometimes you just don't have a 20 or 30 minute video. But Sparky's feeder's full. I gave him fresh water. So chores are done outside. I've always got a few inside that need doing, and never seem to get caught up. But excuse me, need to wash my truck, but it's supposed to rain, and as soon as I do, the bottom will fall out. But as you can see, all the grass is cut. Looks pretty good. Now I've got to get me some concrete blocks, because my buddy that brought the honeybee hive over here came over and added a box to it today, and he drove his truck and he didn't even talk. He just came in, done it, and left. He just about ran over my new mulberry tree over there. His tires were about 8 inches from it. So I'm going to put some concrete blocks set around it. Maybe people will avoid it then and not run over my dead burned tree. So we'll just have to see how that works out. I know they won't run over the blocks, or at least I hope they wouldn't. But it's about to get dark on me. That's going to end the day, other than a few chores inside, getting ready for work and all that mess. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Remember what I always tell you: Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe and be prepared. And there's the honeybee hive. He added another box. I don't know if he put it on top or if he put it in the middle, but he told me he was going to add a box to it, and with a queen excluder, so she couldn't get up there, and they just use it for storing honey. So I don't know. That's more than my knowledge. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all be safe.